Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to chat with you guys about baby boomers. We're talking about the different generations. I want to talk about baby boomers. Just to let you guys know, I was born in March of 1965. Even though I'm considered a Gen X, I'm right on the cusp of the Gen X baby boomer. When I read the characteristics of baby boomer Generation X, I feel like I'm more baby boomer than Generation X. I don't know what you guys see me as, but I kind of feel like I'm more baby boomer. My husband was born in 1957 and he is a baby boomer. So I'm going to tell you characteristics, but baby boomers were born in 1946 to 1964. It's interesting because I graduated high school in 1983, college in 87. When I graduated in 1983, you had to turn 5 by September 1st. So people born in September through December are considered baby boomers. But if you're January of that year, you are a Generation X. So my year that I graduated high school, some of the people were baby boomers, some Gen X, but from the same grade, which I think is kind of interesting. But I feel more baby boomerish, and I'm going to kind of tell you why. Baby boomers are known as having good work ethic. And if I didn't mention, I think I did, they're born from 46 to 64. We are usually children of the silent generation, okay? And I'm definitely a product of the silent generation. My parents were both silent generation. Okay, so good work ethic. I definitely grew up with that. My father had a really good work ethic, and they never believed in being late. I can tell you that. They were early for everything. Number two, first generation with the TV at home. We did have one. I remember it was black and white. We had one of these great big TVs with a record player on one end and I think some kind of stereo on the other end. It was long, and we had one television in the house. And it seemed like it was always breaking down. I remember that. Okay, and we had that in the 1970s. So another thing, self-sufficient. I really feel like even though I don't drive, I do feel I'm self-sufficient. There's a lot of things I don't know, a lot. The older I get, the more I realize there's a lot I don't know. But I can find out answers to anything I need. And many of you are so resourceful that you've been so helpful to me with your emails and everything else. So I'm learning a lot from you guys. So you're part of that knowledge for sure. Okay, competitive. One thing you don't know about me is I'm very competitive. I don't like to lose, and this is terrible, but I'm even competitive when it comes to cooking and things like that. I know this is so dumb, but I don't like losing games, and I don't, like if I cook something, I want my food to be the best. Like if I joined, like one of my friends joined the state fair competition for the best chocolate chip cookies, and hands down, her chocolate chip cookies are the best. She won Best in Texas. Anyway, if I joined something where I was making something, I would want my recipe to win. So competitive, we're realists, okay? And I definitely am a realist. Yes, we like to be optimistic, but realist. We want to work. That's definitely me. Now, even though I'm considered a Gen X though, guys, just to let you know this, but okay, we get our self-worth from our jobs. Definitely baby boomer. I would say I'm a lot like that myself. But this is one thing they said about about baby boomers. And I would say this is true about me. We're not super tech savvy. Some of the, older or the younger, what I would call baby boomers might be, but some of the older ones are not as tech savvy. Many are learning, but not as tech up with it. During this time, public health improved. And also education improved. So that's a big thing. People were studying math, going to college, things like that. And, in the 70s, I remember growing up, most of the moms stayed home, okay, with us. But as we started going into the 80s, there weren't as many stay-at-home moms and things like that. Now, one other big thing they said was there were many more baby boomers were getting divorced than people from the silent generation. So the nuclear family, I remember growing up in the 70s now, but this is baby boomer. My parents are silent generation. Okay, so it depends, I guess, when you have a child, but many people were getting divorced. Some people were going off and, doing careers. They kind of wanted more out of life. But I will tell you this, there's a big difference with people from 1946 versus people from 1964, if you're at the beginning of that baby boomer or towards the end. These are some characteristics and things I learned. They also are slower to retire. But one thing I did read is that Gen Xers, many of them, won't be able to retire definitely until their 70s, many of them, because we don't have the pensions that a lot of the baby boomers did. So let me know what you think. What generation are you from? I'm actually going to do a poll question on this. That's all I wanted to talk about today. Well, I love you. I appreciate you. And please come back for tomorrow morning's video. Bye-bye.